Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, delving in a little bit more in depth on the Covert Narcissist Control Tactics, session 2 in this series. Sorry about that, the video cut out. Picking up though where we left off. The Covert Narcissist, and trying to keep control and manipulation over his sources of supply, or her sources of supply, will create a sort of dependency model in the relationship where the covert narcissist is superior essentially in every way, from earning power to providing power to parenting power, control over the finances, control over certain decisions, control over what the spouse may or may not pursue as a career. And really, though, what is really essential to understand is that the dependency of the sources of supply are really fostered by an omission, an inaction, a withholding. So as you can imagine, if you are not giving people what they need, they are going to be in a state of lack. They're going to be in a state of deficit. They're going to be in a state of detriment. So they're going to be down. They're going to be underneath this narcissist. So if you're not given what you need, if you're not given nourishment, your body's going to get weak. If you are not given emotional support, you're going to grow up in self-doubt. If you are not giving love and affection from your spouse, you're going to be feeling a sort of lack of power in the relationship. You are going to feel underneath. You're going to feel subservient. You're going to feel constantly wondering, constantly asking, constantly under the control, under the manipulation of the covert. It's a very difficult thing to define and explain, but I want you to understand the mechanisms and the dynamics of which it is in the withholding that one is weakened. Their supply is controlled through a weakening. So, in other words, if we look back at an example, the Confucian times, when in China, Confucius would talk about controlling the masses through starvation. So, in other words, if you can't control through power, you can control the masses through deprivation. So if you control their food sources, the people are unnourished and unable to pursue certain intellectual pursuits. They're unable to pursue certain physical pursuits because they are undernourished. They are not able to access education. They're not able to access certain higher sources of learning. They are becoming feeble-minded. They are under the control of the superior dictator. So the covert narcissist operates in a very similar manner, control through deprivation. And it becomes really difficult and dangerous to emerge from it because of such a deficit. So as you can imagine, it's difficult to really heal and work through this type of relationship deficit because the person is coming from a source of being weakened. So they don't have the strength, they don't have the physical strength, the emotional strength, the psychological strength, the spiritual strength to be able to confront and know and have the tools and knowledge to get on equal footing. So it's almost like a coming from regression. It's almost a coming from, it's a lot of ground has to be made in order to really get back onto terms and get on equal footing with, rebounding from this sort of abuse. So it's extremely toxic, extremely, the brainwash can be so pronounced that it takes years, months, if not years, a year and a half to work through to come to terms and process and get one's full strength and one's full esteem back. So, this can manifest in all sorts of ways, but I want you to understand really that the control tactics of the covert narcissist result in this dependency And it is in the retreat of the covert narcissist, retreating into drinking, retreating into different parts of the house, retreating into excessive amounts of TV, retreating into perhaps, going away on trips, retreat through excessive workaholism, retreats through, other escapades, escape reading, where they're just not able to participate, they're not able to parent, they're not able to provide, more than just a roof over the head. There's more, to being in a relationship than just a roof over one's head. I mean, that's what the covert narcissist, they're getting out. It's like a minimalist sort of interaction. So they're controlling through very minimalistic sort of, participation. And so look for some of these sort of minimalist retreats, control tactics that manifest in sexual problems, financial problems, emotional problems in the family. All these sort of complaints are coming from a very worthy spot, and it's because the covert narcissist is withholding that the victim, the one who's being abused, is trying to cry out for recognition and retain your voice. That's absolutely positively what needs to happen. So being able to speak up, getting out of your comfort zone, speaking up for what you need is absolutely positively correct. If you feel you're uncomfortable, then you're on the right path. You need to be able to speak up, ask for what you need, detail it out, so that the covert narcissist has to be accountable. They have to be responsible. If they are not able to provide and step up responsibly to these needs, then you have a real issue, and you might need to take that discussion to the next level and make sure that your needs are fairly represented and managed and taken care of through whatever mechanisms you deem important, whether it's seeking out other relationships, other support, other outlets, other interests, people who can truly mirror you in a positive and reciprocal manner, the way people deserve and honor in life. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.